Hello, everyone. I think we're live now. Please let me know that you can hear me and see me. Maybe there's only a couple people here now. More students will come later. A little late. We'll see how it goes. I see Carrie is here and Layla. Hello, students. How are you guys? I'm just going to share my link maybe to my Facebook page. It is getting cold tonight. Today in Seoul, South Korea was warm, but I can feel it's starting to get cold at night. It was warm today. I think it was 10 degrees, but what's it at now? Checking my phone. Maybe my house is, well, it's 8 degrees now, but my house feels colder. I don't turn on the heat in my house these days, but I should, because I am cold. All right, I'm just sharing the link, getting some more students in here. Oh, I can see students coming in. Hi, guys. Just give me a moment. Start preparing your English questions if you have them. If you have any English questions, start preparing them, get them in. I'll try to answer the best I can. And linking in my WhatsApp group, letting these guys know that I am alive and doing a live stream now. All right. Let's see who else came. Rawaz Ali, hello. Good to see you, brother. Rabina Debarma. Rosemary. Hello from Algeria. Wow. Islam all. Is that supposed to say solution? Because it says solution. Hello from Bangladesh. Islam. Is Islam all solution? Layla already has her English question in. Yay! Says, don't forget to call me once in a while. Once in a while have the same thing as once at least. No, it's a little different. Let's put that once. What do you got? Once in a while. Which kind of has that's an M. That's a terrible M. Dirty. Where's my clean? Sorry, guys. Once in a while kind of means sometimes. Don't forget to call me sometimes. Once in a while. Once at least means call me one time. Don't call me 0 times. The minimum is once. Hello, Finny. Layla, today it was 9 degrees. 9 degrees in Saudi Arabia? Really? No. 9 degrees in Saudi Arabia? I'm checking that because it's... Wow, it's cold. I didn't know it could get that low in Saudi Arabia. All right, 9 degrees in Saudi. Yeah, it must be freezing for you, Layla. That's too cold, right? Fabio Diniz. Hello. Win, hello. Oh, Win sent me a nice private message of her improvement of talking to more foreigners. So I'll turn off that sound. I don't want to hear any Facebook noise. Anyway, Win, good for you. Talking more and more to foreigners. Alexandra Lalis, hello. Well, he's talking to Fabio, not me. And Layla has another English question. That's why I'm here, guys. You should be studying English every day. And then when I come here Sunday, you got all these questions. I read this, I heard this, and you're asking me. Layla says, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize you two look nothing alike. Means the same as weather? No. Alike means similar. Alike means similar. And I'm going to go to the dictionary for this. And let's just use the Google dictionary of alike. And yeah, it just similar. That's all it means. If you check the dictionary. Where is my chat? Oh, I lost my chat for a moment. So similar to each other, alike. You need two things to be alike, similar. Well, Twilla is here. Hello, Twilly T. Freezing. I don't like freezing. Carrie, not an English question, but what do you do to control your emotion? And please fix my sentence. Not an English question. Let's put a comma, but what do you do to control the grammar is fine. To control my emotion, you mean negative emotion or my positive emotion? Well, I guess we'll talk about negative emotion. Sometimes people make me angry, and sometimes people make me angry on the live stream. And certainly I have to control my emotion. But I've probably done 100 live streams, and one or two videos I got angry, and I couldn't control my emotion. And well, most of the time, if some people make me angry, I just pretend not to care or whatnot. So it's easy. I think it's easy for me to control my emotion. Of course, not everyone can control their emotions, especially women. That's a joke. Relax, everyone. That's a joke. I think men, women. Well, I don't want to get in trouble, but I think men cannot control anger well. I think women control anger better than women control their anger better than a lot of men. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments. And but crying, I think women cry more than men. Men seem to not want to cry or whatever. If you think I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But I think men and women control their emotions in a different way. I don't know. I'm just talking now. I'm gonna move on before I get banned from YouTube. All right, I'm reading. Ween asks, how should I practice about stressed and unstressed syllables? I think other people can't understand my words because stress words. Do you have an example word, Ween? Ween, that might just be your accent, because you're taking your local accent and you're using it for English. And sometimes the native speaker, if you're talking to native speaker, it might be a little difficult to adjust to the accent. But to fix your pronunciation, intonation, you gotta listen and try to copy native speakers and how they speak. It takes a lot of work, but I don't think it's such a big problem with your pronunciation, Win. How is Asia? Asia is always interesting. Layla, do you have a phobia? So that's a new vocabulary. Good question, Layla. So everyone should know that word. Where's my eraser? Here is my board eraser. I am erasing the board. Now let's talk about phobia. So phobia means you are really, really, really scared of something. I think Oxford Dictionary might explain it better. But of course, if you have a phobia, you're really, really scared of something. For example, if you have a phobia about spiders, you see a spider, you're just going to be so scared and run away. And phobias are, they're, everyone might be scared of spiders, but a phobia means you're going to have a panic attack. And I'll give an example. When I was growing up, I had a classmate in elementary school. This was a grade 4 elementary school for me. And he had a spider phobia. So we had a plastic spider. It's not a real spider. It's just plastic. And he couldn't touch the plastic spider. He was just so scared. Anything that looked like a spider. And even the plastic, we're kids, so we do bad things. We throw the plastic spider at him, because it's funny, and he would scream. He knows it's plastic, but still the phobia is so strong. But anyway, Layla, I do not have a phobia. There's nothing, nothing scares me. Nothing scares me. I have no phobia. What about you guys? Are you guys scared of anything? I'm very talkative today. I got to move faster. All right, I'm reading the messages, but I might not comment on every message. But anyway, thank you, Win, for your kind words. And what is the difference between, Fanny's asking, what is the difference between stranger, foreigner, and foreign? Well, I'll talk about foreigner and foreign. Foreigner is a person, so it's a noun, and foreign is an adjective. So you would describe, this is a foreign made car. All right, so it's describing the car. It's an adjective that describes the car as foreign, meaning probably another country. And a foreigner, remember the pronunciation, we don't pronounce the G. Foreigner is a person from another country. Now, a stranger is someone you don't know. And that could be someone that's usually anybody you meet. It doesn't have to be from another country. Just you're walking down the street. I don't know that guy. I don't know that guy. They're strangers. But yeah, the foreigner from another country, they come into your country. And, it's not good to call someone a foreigner. It's kind of a negative word. Koreans always call me a foreigner, but I'm used to it, so I don't get upset. Fenny, what kind of thing make you angry on your live stream? Well, Fenny, and a lot of you don't know, is a lot of people send me bad messages. Now, when they send me bad messages, I can see them. You don't see them, but I see them, and I have to block or delete those messages. So sometimes people send me really bad messages, and they might make me a little bit upset. For students, sometimes I get upset at students who ask me like a dictionary. Robin, what does this word mean, and make a sentence. Now, as you guys know, I'll do that sometimes, but if I get too many questions like that, because I don't really want to be a dictionary. You guys can check the dictionary, make a sentence, and then come here. That's more useful. I'm not a good I'm not a good dictionary, so Oxford's going to do better. So if you make a sentence like Layla, she made a sentence using phobia. She asked me. That's a better way than saying, Robin, what does phobia mean, or stuff like that. All right. Most of the time, students are great. Hello, Tika. I'm always here every Sunday. And when is intonation important in speaking? How should I practice? Well, you can only learn intonation by listening. Listening, you cannot self-study intonation. I mean, you have to listen. It's not something you can see in a book, how to use intonation. So for intonation, the ups and downs and the stress, the music of the language, how native speakers are talking, you got to listen. You got to listen to the native speakers. And the more you listen, the more you'll know, how they speak and speed and all that thing. All those things. Carrie says, my mom can control her emotion more than my dad. Yeah. How about you, Carrie? Can you control your emotions? Rabina, yes, you are right, sir. Women can control the angry, their angriness. So, Rabina, do you control your angriness? Or do you just explode in anger? Ah! Layla, it's difficult for me to control my emotion. Really, Layla? Would you get angry a lot? I'd like to see some of you guys angry. That'd be a very interesting thing to see my students angry. No, you guys, your sentences are great, guys. Carrie, Layla, your sentences are no problem. Tika says some women can't get angry easily. Some of them only crying. Yeah. Is that you, Tika? Samuel Luna. Hi, Robin. I'm Samuel from English Chat Group. Yes. Yes, I remember you. I am paying attention to all that you are saying. Haha. Okay. Well, I do remember you, Samuel. We haven't talked in a long time, but I only know one Samuel, and that's you. So, yeah, you're still chatting away. I hope your English is improving. Layla, I have a phobia of escalators because once I fell off the escalator on the ground in front of many people. What should I do to overcome? Escalators are pretty important in the world. You gotta take an escalator, especially in Korea. You know, elevators are sometimes too busy and they take too long. You need to take escalators. So just start with small escalator. Just find an escalator, take it. But Layla, you might always be nervous on the escalator, but escalators are safe. Smoker, hello. Layla, how long does it take to get to Grace's house from your house? So sometimes I visit the student Grace. Her house from my house, it depends on the day of the week and the time of the day, but I'm going to say about 1 hour driving. About 1 hour driving, I can get to the student Grace's house. I think I've been to her area 3 times, and she came to visit my area 1 time, and we met center in the middle for coffee or whatever a couple times. Carrie, when are you going to upload your next video on Shaw English channel? Probably tomorrow, Carrie. I'll upload a video. Layla. The birds and the bees conversation with your parents is so incredibly awkward that you hope the topic never comes up again. Is birds and bees use of euphemism for where and how the babies come out? Yeah, very, very important question there, Layla. And I'm going to go to the board. You guys listen up. Papa Robin is going to teach you about the birds and the bees. The birds, make sure that's on the board, and the bees. This is the expression, the birds and the bees. So I have it here. Parents usually, or parents or the school. It depends on the country and the school system, but sometimes the school system teaches this. Sometimes nobody teaches the birds and the bees. So what are the birds and the bees? This is a euphemism, so Layla's correct. It's talking about how to make babies and where babies come from. So you're talking about, I don't want to say the word because YouTube might, they're not gonna like it if I say this word, but you guys could read it. That's what the birds and the bees, it's a euphemism because we don't want to say this word. So you're teaching your kids about the birds and the bees. So yeah, Layla, you are correct. The birds and the bees. I had a brother who was 6 years older than me, so he taught me about the birds and the bees earlier than I should know about the birds and the bees because he was 6 years older. 6 years older brother. I don't know. Did your parents teach you about the birds and the bees? Did they, maybe you're 13, 14, 15, 16, and your mom or dad starts telling you, how babies are made? Maybe that's an awkward conversation. Win, what's the difference between separated and divorce? All right. And we'll add one more, widowed. So these are kind of the relationship terms. So we say them, but they're also legal relationship terms. So on documents, we would use these terms. So of course, engaged, we plan to get married. We're not married yet, but we have the plan. We are engaged. You get married. And then separated means we do not live together. All right. So a married couple that is separated, officially, they do not live together anymore. Maybe they plan to get divorced in the future. Maybe they don't love each other and they're separated. Okay. And then divorced means legally they're not married anymore. So the difference is they're still married here, but they're not acting married. They don't live together. They probably don't love each other. But sometimes, I guess often, sometimes couples or married couples get separated for 6 months and then they get back together and continue the marriage. But often they get separated and then divorced. So that should end. Oh, and widowed. That's when my husband or wife dies. All right, so we didn't get divorced, just my wife died, so I am widowed. Widowed. So these are the terms. Okay, I gotta move on. Nick Money. Thank you. I like your name, Nick Money. Lolly Lolly, hello. I gotta catch up to your comments, guys. Robina can control her emotions. Hey, if this picture comes out good, put it in the paper. Come out. Doesn't mean when the picture, to be clear. Yeah, if the picture comes out, if the picture looks good, it's clear. When the hearing aid will give you a sky of nice voice. Sky of nice? I've never heard that, Win. I'm gonna do a quick Google search of sky of nice. I think you got something spelled wrong, or you heard something wrong, because there's no sky of nice. Ski of nice. That's not the correct expression, Win, because I cannot find sky of nice. I've never heard sky of nice. Win, are flash drive and memory sticks the same? Yep, that's the same thing. Flash drive. Usually, yeah, you can have the memory stick and flash drive, or you just USB. Let me check that, because my major is not computers, and I can be wrong. Yeah, USB memory stick, flash drive. They can mean the same thing. I don't use them anymore. I used to, but not now. I put all my information and documents on the cloud. I usually use Google Drive and Dropbox. Tika, sir, do you have other examples, expressions to say left someone on read? I don't know that expression. Left someone on read? I'm going to check that, do a quick check in Google, my best friend. Leave someone on read. Okay. Okay, that is an internet expression. That means, I'm learning that now. That means you read someone's message, but you don't reply. And that means you leave them on read. Past tense. Leave them on read. She left me on read, which means she read my message, but she didn't reply. Hope you got that, Tika. Hope you're still here, Tika. All right, I'm about 8 minutes behind. Layla says, the girl could stay the night if she cooked dinner. I will watch a movie tonight. What's the difference between the night and tonight? Good question, Layla. Well, I think your first example, the night and tonight, are the same. Stay the night, which would mean stay tonight. No, it would be lift. All right. Let's go to the board. Wow, that's a difficult question, Layla. I never thought about that one. And I think the main difference is what kind of situation you're using it and what the time is. So if I said to you, stay tonight, please stay tonight, I am only talking about tonight, this night. I'm not talking about a future night. I'm not talking about a past night. This can only be tonight, this day. Stay the night can talk about tonight. It can talk about the future also. So, for example, please stay the night next Tuesday. So I'm talking about in the future plan. We cannot use. I cannot say please stay tonight next Tuesday. That just doesn't make sense. All right. So yeah, there you go. This is only tonight. Sometime, yeah, this can mean the same thing, but this is more flexible. We can use it. Past tense. I stayed the night last Tuesday. It can work present tense and it can work future tense, but this is only present right now. Layla, thank you, my dad, Robin, for your explanation of the birds and the bees. Layla, I am sure you know about the birds and the bees. Hello, Ibrahim Kabdul. Thank you for joining. Oh, Layla learned the birds and the bees from school. All right, Layla. Oh, I am at fault. I am mistaken. What's the difference? I think when we would say, good question, Layla. I'm going to change it just to it's my fault. It's my mistake. All right, you said it, I'm at fault. I am mistaken. That's the same thing. They can mean the same thing. They can mean the same thing. So that's not a problem. But fault kind of has more of the meaning that I caused a big problem and I am sorry. All right? So I kind of hurt you because of my mistake. And I hurt you and it's my fault. I caused the problem. So for example, if I write hello, I wrote hello. All right. This is not the right way to hello. It's my mistake. Okay, I made a mistake. It doesn't involve you. It's just me. That's my stupid mistake. So I cannot say it's my fault. I can only use it's my mistake. It's my fault is when I do damage to your life, I hurt you, I cause some trouble. For example, I borrow your car and I crash your car. It's a little bit bigger than it's a mistake. It's a mistake, but it's a little bit bigger. I would say, oh, it's my fault. Blame me. All right, I'm going to move on. Layla, I am really sorry about earlier. Could I say, I am really. Oh, I really am. Okay, for speaking, people might say, I really am sorry about earlier. Yeah, it's possible. Palm? Fabio, what's palm? I don't know what palm is. Better than palm. Oh, Fabio. Fabio. Carrie, can I learn two language, English and Spanish, or French or something else? At the same time? Yeah, people can learn multiple languages at the same time. Is it going to be hard? Uh, things are hard if you don't have enough time. If you have enough time and effort, things are not so hard to learn. But I think things become hard when we don't put in the proper time needed. Uh, so you can learn those languages if you have time. Is it going to be hard? It's not going to be, I don't want to say hard. It's going to take time and effort, and you can do it. No problem. If you need them. Layla, that you'll have to forgive me once you've tasted it. Could I say you have to instead of that you'll have to? Uh, this is a complicated expression, Layla. It depends on the situation. It depends on the sentence before. Where did you get that? I would need more information. Because it seems like someone's talking and they're responding to a previous sentence, and I don't know the previous sentence, so I can't answer that without more information. Yeah, it's my fault. I'm at fault. That's a common expression. Thank you, Islam. Zia, hi, Zia Mozafari. Sorry if I mispronounce anyone's name. Where are you from, Zia? Okay, I'm only 5 minutes behind. Layla, I hope you'll take notice of what I'm going to tell you. He is too proud to take notice of others. In this case, does take notice of mean the same thing? Yeah, I think they both mean notice, be aware of something. Mean the same thing as take care of? No, that doesn't mean the same thing as take care of. Take notice. If someone says take notice, that does not mean take care of. Let's go to the dictionary. Take notice. And there you go. That's from Google Dictionary. There's only one meaning of take notice. Pay attention. Take notice of my writing. It does not, never means take care of. Layla, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Use slowpoke. Slowpoke means slowpoke. So let's make a you're a slowpoke. This is just a nickname we call people who are slow. Maybe they're slow walking or they're slow doing their homework. They're very slow, so we call them, hey, you're a slowpoke. Excuse me. I don't know if they use that so much anymore. When I was young, we used that. I don't know about the kids today if they use that expression, but yeah, slowpoke is a slow person, not a lazy person. They're slow. Layla, is it sensitive and personal when someone asks about another person's weight? Sure. Some people don't care. That's fine, but a lot of people do care if you ask them, what's your weight or how much do you weigh? People don't like that. So best not to ask that question unless you're very close to someone. If you're very close, say, what's your weight these days. But if they're a stranger, yeah, you never. And if you're not so close, no. Layla, I need to watch my music show. Just eat and watch, you uncultured swine. Is it rude to say uncultured swine? Yes, it's a very rude expression. Swine is another name for pig. So you're calling them a pig. And uncultured means maybe they have no manners. So that's a very rude thing to to call someone an uncultured swine. It's like rude pig. You're a rude pig. Hey Magna, how you doing? Magna's dropped in. Lolly, try your best even if the task is hard, or try your best even though the task is hard. Which sentence is correct? Lolly, lolly, they're both correct. And I'll try to explain why. Even if and even though. So in your sentence, so you're talking about a task. And if the person knows the task, I would say, even though the task is hard. I know the task is hard. Even if the task is hard, I don't know what your task is. I don't know if it is hard, if it isn't hard, I don't know. But I would say try your best even if the task is hard. So if your teacher said to you, or you said to me, Robin, I have a new assignment from my teacher. I don't know your assignment. I don't know if it's good, if it's hard or easy. I don't know. But I would say do your best even if your assignment is hard. So I don't know if it's hard or not. But you tell me I have this assignment. It's very hard. I have to write 5-page essay. Oh, then I know it's hard. I do know it's hard. And I would say try your best even though it's hard. Okay? I hope that helps. So they're both correct. It's just I know or I don't know if your assignment is hard. Layla, I saw this sentence, you'll have to, in a comic book. I'll try to bring a complete sentence. I'll try to write a complete sentence. You'll have to do it. I'm not sure if you're asking a question there. Magna, could you tell me what does the following sentence mean? You are always full of surprises. Okay, so if we have a friend and we know that friend and we know what they like, what they don't like, in a situation we know how our friend will act or what they'll say. But sometimes people, if they do things we never expect, so your friend is always doing things that surprise you, you didn't expect, shock you, you could say, you are always full of surprises, which means you are always surprising me with your actions, with your words. I didn't expect you to do that. I didn't expect you to say that. You're full of surprises. I'm not full of surprises. You guys come watch the live stream. You can see I do the same thing every live stream. There's no surprises. But if I did crazy things, every live stream you could say you're full of surprises. But I'm not full of surprises. Layla says, I'm used to being alone. I am used to be alone. Could I know the first one is correct? The first one is correct. Oh, we got J. I don't know how to pronounce that. Chijatu Garda. Sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. I did pronounce your name incorrectly. I'm sorry. Hi, can I say she said that she would move into the town and she could give them the house? No, there's a little bit of difficulty there because I'm not sure. You say she twice. I see she 2 times there. I'm not sure if you're talking about the same woman. I'm going to say yes, you are talking about the same woman. You said she 3 times actually. So let's say it's the same girl or woman. She said that she would move into the town and she could give them the house. All right, well, that sentence is grammatically correct, but I'm not sure the situation behind the sentence. So you can say that, but I would need more information about where you got that exactly. But it can work in some situations. All right. Layla, but he didn't thank he didn't thank her for setting him free. Again, Snow White cut off the end of his beard to free him. What's the difference between set free and free? In this case, they mean the same thing. Letting something free. So sometimes we let them free, and sometimes we set them free. It's going to mean the same thing. Set free is more of a spoken expression. Lolly lolly, I tried it. I did try it. Are they the same meaning? They're the same meaning. You tried something. But I think the second one is more of spoken, and you want to emphasize, I did try it, but I didn't like it. Something like that. But yeah, they just want to express you tried something. What did you try, lolly lolly? Layla, in fact, you're my dear friends, although we have different culture and we live in 2 different countries and far from each other. Could you please check my sentence? All right, in fact, I'm going to fix it up really quickly. In fact, you're my dear friends, although we have different cultures and we live in 2 different countries. You use and 2 times in your sentence, and we should never use and 2 times in a sentence. Or it's possible, but usually no. So I'm going to take out one of those ands. And here is the new sentence. Layla, it was nice meeting you. It's nice to meet you. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. One is just continuous tense, past continuous. One is present tense. I'm doing great, Magna. All right, lolly lolly. Thank you for your great explanation. I don't give great explanations. I give explanations. Sometimes my explanations are more confusing than the question. Layla, I almost forgot about it. I almost forgot it. What's the difference? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Just some people might say I always forgot about it. Some people might just say I always forgot it. Shilpa, hello. Layla, I've taken notice of that. I have noticed that. There's no difference between 1 and 2. I've taken notice. Just taken notice is the same. I've noticed. Shilpa, please tell me the difference, sir. I used to and I was used to. Well, I used to is correct. I was used to is not an English sentence. Nobody says I was used to. So you can only say I used to. You can't say I was used to. That's impossible. So Shilpa, bring in some sentences telling me used to. All right. Thank you, Magna. And the same woman from... Oh, okay. So, hi, I can say she said that, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Jahetu Garda. Mozen, hello. Welcome, sir. Layla, let's set you up. Does this mean let's set you up? That can have many meanings depending on the situation. Let's set you up means, if someone is at my house, one meaning, it might not be the same meaning you're looking for, but if someone is staying at my house, I'll say, let's set you up, which means let's prepare your bed, let's get you a towel, let's just help you prepare something and to make you comfortable. So that's only spoken, and we could use that in many different situations. I'm not sure what kind of situation you saw that. So I'm going to help you prepare something. Lolly Lolly, thank you. Lolly Lolly, you're always great, passionate student. You try to learn English. And I am trying. I do try to learn English. Layla, Robin is so kind to me. Robin is so kind for me. Robin is so kind with me. What's the difference between them? Well, Robin is kind to me, so my kindness is directed to you. Robin is so kind for me. That sounds a little awkward. Oh, Prakar sent me some coffee money. Thank you, Prakar. I didn't even know you were here. You don't ask any questions, Prakar, but thank you. Prakar sent me some coffee money. Thank you, sir. Please ask a question. Get involved, Prakar. You're always so nice. Prakar is the nicest, quietest student I have in the world. Very nice guy, but so quiet. You gotta ask more. Anyway, sorry, Layla, back to your question. Robin is so kind for me. That sounds a little awkward. Robin is so kind with me. Maybe when we're together, I am very kind to you. But I think the first one is the best one for every situation. You would just say, Robin is so kind to me, or Robin, or whoever. All right, thank you. Hatu Garda, could you tell me, please, the role about direct speech? Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by direct speech, but for usually direct speech, one meaning of direct speech, I'm not sure if this is the meaning you're looking for. When we put quotations around this, direct speech is more of exact speech. So he said hi. Maybe he said hi. Maybe he said hello. Maybe he said howdy. I don't know exactly. So someone is reporting to me, for example, my friend. My friend came and told me my other friend said hi. And I don't know if they said exactly the word hi, but direct speech is he said hi. Then I know he exactly said that in his speech. Now, I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, direct speech, because direct speech can mean many things. So let me know. Shilpa, sir, for instance, I was used to this weather. Yeah, that's possible. Well, so Shilpa, I talk about this in many videos, and I think you're confused. Because there's two main meanings of used to. I used to eat a lot of junk food. Oh, I used was. So I'll use the same grammar as you. Sorry, I was. So I've talked about this in many videos, and you're confused, I think, with the two meanings. So this used to and this used to are different. All right? So I used to eat a lot of junk food. So I'm talking about the past, some action that I did, an action I did in the past, eating the junk food, but now I don't do that action. All right? I used to, but not now. I was used to. This is not the same as this. All right. So this used to is talking about something I was very familiar with that I did a lot. So I was used to eating junk food. I was very familiar with eating junk food. All right. So don't confuse the used tos. They mean different things. All right, I've been 57 minutes, so I'll put a stop. Please, no more questions after the stop. I'm going to finish up the questions I have here now, and then finish the live stream. All right. John Sill, good morning. Well, it's 11:30 p.m. for me, but it's morning for you. Good morning, John. I heard you say let's set you up during your live stream. I don't know what I was talking about, Layla. Sorry. Layla, hey, I don't have time for things that aren't important. Geez, stop doing that. When should we use geez? Well, geez. I don't want to make anyone upset. So we have the word Jesus. Now, of course, this is a religious person. And sometimes in English, we use the name Jesus as a surprise expression. Oh, people, Jesus. But, some people are not comfortable with that. So I think, I'm not sure. So we say Jesus. So to make it safe or polite, G's, but the spelling changes G's. So I think it's a polite, safe way to show kind of surprise or shock or something like geez, because other people just say Jesus. So I think it comes from that. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's going to be used like that. So when B says geez, stop, Some people are going to say, Jesus, stop. Prakar, thank you. Yeah, John, good morning. Oh, Lolly Lolly, thank you very much for the coffee money. I can buy a coffee today. Yes, I need a coffee. All right, Layla says Prakar is the most nice person. Okay, I'm going to fix your English, Layla. Because we want to use a comparative here. Most nice person. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't have a red marker. I was going to get the red marker. All right, this I'll use purple. This is wrong. Remember, our adjective is nice. And when we compare, the comparative is nicer. And the superlative is in the world, we use the nicest. So adjective, comparative, superlative. So you're talking about Prakar. He's the nicest. He's the nicest person in the world. Magna, could you tell me the following phrase? That will do. That will do. That's spoken English. That kind of means good enough. So if you ask someone to help you paint the fence and they're doing a good job and you think it's good enough. Okay, they're finished. Good enough. You might say that will do. That's enough. You did a good job. That will do. It's over. I don't know what situation you heard that, but that'll do. That will do. Or we might just use the contraction for speaking. That'll do. That's enough. That's good. That'll do. That'll do. Hamza, MJ. What's the difference between a phrase and a clause? Basically, a phrase is like a group of words. We sometimes use phrase or expressions. The phrase is a group of words that kind of go together. The clause is more of a grammatical rule. Clause, as far as I know, if something is a clause, it needs a subject and a verb. All right. Let me see if I can get an example. You shouldn't be studying English this way. I'm just going to check here, phrase and clause. Because we can have noun phrase, verb phrase. It's getting a little complicated. Because there's so many types of phrases and clause. So the basic level is the phrase is a group of words that go together, they work together, and the clause should have the subject and verb in them. I really can't go into too much more detail, Hamza. Sorry, that's a complicated question, and I can't get into that. Sorry. I can't answer every question, guys. Some of them are just too complicated to teach on the board because I would have to prepare. All right, because when a question is complicated, yeah, it needs preparation. So I don't teach the wrong thing, and I'm not an expert on all the different phrases and clauses. Just the basics. Layla, can't you give someone else a chance? It's been 2 months since you had one. Could I say, can't you give someone a chance? Someone else. We have to say someone else. Someone else. Another person. Can't you give another person a chance? That is together, and that just means another person. So, what did you say? Could I say, can't you give someone a chance also? No. Can't you give another person? We're talking about another person. Korea with Grace, hello. Welcome. You're just here now. I'm just finishing up. Mary said that she had another idea. Yeah, you can say that. So the direct speech for that, if you want to use direct speech, to hey to Garda, I'll just call you Garda. It's a little easier for me. So Mary is her name. I think this is more of the Mary. That Mary is like Merry Christmas. Mary said that. All right. So Mary said that she had another idea. That's not direct speech. Direct speech. So that would be direct speech. Your sentence is okay. You can say that. Mary said that she had another idea. Thanks a bunch, Robin. So that's an idiom using thanks. And let's just... I guess the two top idioms using thanks would be thanks a bunch, thanks a lot, thanks a bunch, that means a lot, and thanks a million. Thanks a bunch, thanks a million, if you want to emphasize thanks. Thank you, Layla. You are totally awesome. Thank you. Grace, you can watch my live stream with your friend. Sir, please explain more. I still in confusion. Sorry, Shilpa. I've explained that in many videos before. I can give you the link. And
are you looking to buy a quality watch for under $200?
I've just got a video here from another teacher, not me, but she does a good job. So there's a good video talking about the difference between used to and used to. All right, I don't have time, but she made an 8-minute video. She prepared and has good examples. So Shilpa, check out that video. All right. Thank you, guys. I'm just reading Chun Chun Sing, How to Improve My Vocabulary. Reading, my friend. Reading, reading, reading. That is the only way to improve your vocabulary. Layla, are you going to do a live stream next Sunday? I will do my best. Thank you. Thank you, Lolly Lolly. Garda, thanks. Hamza, I'm confused about dependent and independent phrases, clauses. Well, Hamza, all I can say is the way you're studying English is the wrong way. A student should not be a master on dependent and independent phrases and clauses. That's a complicated thing, and no student should have to learn that. But unfortunately, probably the teacher who thinks grammar is most important is trying to teach you that. It's hard for you to say. I'm not a grammar teacher, Hamza, and I'm finishing it up now. I know you're desperate for those answers. If you are just trying to study that yourself, I would say don't study English that way. You are wasting your time. You do not need to know what is a dependent and independent phrase. You need to start reading and listening to English. If your teacher is asking you to know that stuff, I don't like your teacher. Sorry, I can't get into that, Hamza. And Samuel, Robin, I can understand you so well, but sometimes I can't understand the other person when they're talking. People speak English from all around the world. I use teacher speak, so how I talk to you guys and how I talk to another native speaker is a little bit different. If I talk to the other native speaker, maybe I'm talking really, really fast. But I'm using teacher talk, okay? I'm talking to you because I know you guys don't understand everything. So how can I improve my listening? Listen. Keep listening, Samuel. You got to listen more. Listen to some radio show or podcast. Listening works, man. Listening works. All right, guys. I'm gonna leave it now. That was an hour and 12. I'll try to be here next week. If not, I'll keep you updated what's happening. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and thank you all those Prakar and Lolly Lolly for your coffee money. I will enjoy a coffee, and I feel appreciated. Thank you guys. See you soon. All right, take care, everyone.